In this episode of Negative Modifier, we'll be playing the game Delta Green. Delta Green, by design, tackles various mature themes that may be uncomfortable or triggering for listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hey, it's Charlie, Negative Modifier's Game Master. First off, thank you for giving us a listen. As always, expect something horrible to happen to the players. If you're a fan, support us by leaving a review on iTunes. If you hate the show, consider doing it anyway and enjoying the fact that you've inflicted us on someone else. For the most up-to-date news in the podcast, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And with that, it's like 15-20 minutes to get the place properly soaked with flammable liquid. Again, like, it's already been burning some too, so you are watching that. It's not as fast burning as it was previously, but given enough time, all of this membrane stuff will indeed burn eventually, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel pretty confident in that. So, yeah, you get the room prepped for that. You're good to go. You're probably all by the exit. What do you do?
Florence is going to head up and check on the woman we handcuffed up there.
All right. You going to light this thing before Florence does that or while Florence is doing that?
Well, how far is the woman from the entrance to that room?
She's away. She's a safe distance.
Okay.
Florence will wait for everybody in case, there's a zombie up there.
Not a bad precaution.
All right, Father?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and do something here and set it on fire. I think we're done here.
Yeah. I will. I do a closing funeral prayer and fire my flare gun into the large creature.
Let's see a firearm shot.
If I fucking fail this, I'm gonna scream.
That's why I'm making you roll it.
Just take your time and aim. You get bonuses.
All right, cool. So I'll take my time and aim. Going through breathing. And is that a plus 20%?
Yeah. Is it 20 or 40?
It's 20.
I think it's just 20, isn't it?
Aiming is 20, and then shotgun is 20, I think. Yeah,
it's increments of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So 25 success out of 82, then firing my flare gun into the large mass.
Yeah, so the flare just lands in this thing, and there's a delay. Like, it sits there for 2 seconds, does the bright blast of light kind of thing, and then this thing just goes up. It not being alive anymore seems to have really increased its flammability. Like, it is a pyre. And where nothing else so far has smelled badly, this smells terrible. This is wet, burning body, electrical kind of fire, melting rubber smells all at once. It's just putting off a thick, horrible black viscous smoke. And as the rest of the room goes up, the pods start to kind of blister and pop. And same thing as before. There's still stuff starts to try and crawl out of it and stream out of it, but flames are just burning them as they come out again. Like, it's that horrible kind of screeching noise of an insect being born and dying simultaneously. It's a scene of hell down there of just thick smoke, popping fat on the weird monster thing, and screaming insects as they kind of greet the death of their world kind of thing. And you head up. No additional sand rolls for that. You've rolled plenty sand enough. The woman's kind of unconscious still from the sedative. What do you do with her? You gotta drag her out of here and take her to a doctor?
Yeah, you guys can just drop us off at a hospital. I'll take her in and say that I found her. That work for you guys?
Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll drop you off a couple blocks away.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you kind of get out of here. People are definitely staring at you as you leave the building, but again, it's like, not to belittle the homeless, but the chances of someone believing, 4 people with shotguns went into the basement, lit a giant fire, and ran out, that's just crazy talk at that point. You feel pretty confident no one's going to remember you.
Shotguns and gas masks.
Yeah. That's just crazy people rambling. It's like, you need medication and some actual help in your situation, not just being left to do your own thing. Yeah, you make it back to your car, you get out of there okay. No police are coming to this neck of the woods anytime soon, so there's now the thick black smoke billowing out of the kind of holes in the roof of the building. The woman's still unconscious. You take her to a hospital. How are you handling that? You just kind of dump her by the curb? You gotta go in and check her in?
Florence is going to take her in to check her in.
Okay. Are you staying once you're in there? You're gonna kind of like put her in a seat, say, "Hey, this person needs attention," then walk out.
She's gonna stay.
Okay. I guess the rest of you, are you calling Pine immediately? You're gonna report back once Florence regroups the rest of the party.
I think we can call Pine immediately, unless I'll ask Florence if it's all right.
Yeah, I figured calling Pine wouldn't be a bad idea.
I want to talk to this woman first and see how this works out before we call Pine.
Florence, I really don't think you should stay with her, man. We really shouldn't stay with her. She can recognize you. You should just drop her off and get out of there.
I was here on official business, so looking like I'm actually helping people who are sick is kind of going to go a long way for my cover, so...
Whatever you think is best, just be careful.
Actually, I don't even care if you call Pine. That should be fine.
We can always call her again if we've got more info. I mean, it's not a one-time phone call situation.
No pressure, yeah. You also can just wait. Like, she's waiting for you guys to complete the operation, alive or dead kind of thing. If you don't call her in like 3 days, she'll probably assume you're dead. But yeah, you can definitely delay that too. That was me trying to rush you into doing something without Florence.
Faustus, you should probably find an off-the-book doctor. Or, no, it was John. You look kind of worse for wear.
Yeah, I'll go to I'll go get some help then.
Why don't we take the night before we call Pine? I'm gonna see if anything else crops up, make sure we have all of our bases covered before we report to her. Does that work for you guys?
Well, sorry, are you referencing something in particular? Like, do you think we missed something somewhere?
No, I don't, but I want to make sure that...
I mean, you think this homeless woman's going to have some kind of information?
Maybe? I don't know. Look, you go ahead and call her. It's fine. If we find anything else out, we can call her back.
I mean, we can wait for you. That's fine. That's not a problem.
Well, while you two decide that, I'm going to go get something for my wounds, so hit me up if you need me.
Yeah.
So I walk off to go get some treatment for myself. Oh, wait, are we already at the hospital? Did we get to the hospital already?
Probably outside, I guess, is how I'd interpret it, but...
Okay, I'm going to walk into the hospital and just kind of... Or actually, no, cancel that. Question for my handler here.
Sure.
If I check in, technically that would give me a record of being like hospital and all that stuff, right?
Yes, that's what I was getting at with Lawrence's situation. Yes.
Okay. So I guess with mine, do I still have my like sleazy veterinarian contact?
You can probably get in touch with them again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to them to have them patch me up.
Can I tag along with you?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I should probably have to wait till night for that to work even, so that works out potentially perfectly.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So to rehash the plan, Faustus, you're somehow out of all of them the least damaged, or not damaged given combat, but you've definitely felt this some. Foxtrot and Francis, you're going off to deal with the doctor once he's kind of available from his veterinary practice. Florence, you're staying at the hospital. What are you staying at the hospital for specifically? Just to kind of ask the woman questions afterwards, or?
Yeah, Florence wants to talk to the woman after she wakes up.
Okay.
We'll wait to call Miss Pine till after.
Okay, yeah. So let's do the hospital first then. So you go in, this woman's kind of still unconscious. How are you explaining the unconscious?
Florence is going to say that she was checking out some of the old homeless parks, hearing that some of the homeless had gotten sick, and found her.
Okay.
Brought her in. Says that she was looking into some of the claims around here, that there was some strain of, I think they were saying Zika that was running around. That was what some of the people at the CDC were saying, right?
Yeah.
Say that she was looking into that.
Give me a persuade check on that one, because you did show up with kind of an unconscious woman that you have no relationship with. I'll give you a plus 20 on that, though.
8 out of 86.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, yeah, whatever. They take her back. Are you going to kind of stay, I guess, in the hospital, or just wait for her to recuperate? And do you give her contact information? Like, how officially are you doing this?
Florence is just going to see if she can sit in there with her until she wakes up.
Yeah, they'll probably allow that, or they're surprised you want that. Sedatives wear off. Eventually, they got her hooked up to a variety of IV bags and stuff like that. Yeah, so she kind of flutters back to consciousness. Where am I? Oh, it's you. I guess you really are a doctor.
Yeah, I am. I don't really remember talking to you. You were kind of out of it when I found you, though. How'd you get those cuts on your arm? One on your face?
The damn bugs, man. They swarm about and they get at you and they slice you. It's what I get for sleeping outside, though. Too, I guess I didn't have proper shelter from them. You got to really box yourself in or get away from the building. I just need some place to stay that, and I was getting sick from that first time I got hit by one.
Yeah, well, you're already looking better. Maybe it'd be good if you took a few nights off of the streets and got a hotel for a couple of nights to recuperate.
I don't have that type of money.
I can take care of it.
Kind of looks at you incredulously. Is this some like tit for tat thing? Like, what's your angle, lady?
Yeah, kind of. Look, those bugs that were flying around. How long ago did that start?
I don't know. When did the bugs show up, or when? I guess like when did the bugs first show up? When did they show up at the warehouse?
When did they first show up? Okay.
A little over a month and a half ago, kind of thing. It was right after the cops got called on us by I don't know, for creating a racket or something like that. What's her name? The helping hand, reaching hand lady, the hand lady. She came by and like sorted all that out for us or something. But yeah, it was right around that time, I guess, when they showed up. Like a couple days after. I don't know, man. Like remember the last time you got stung by a bee?
Yeah. Well, okay. Look, anything weird like that starts happening again, or anything around here, Florence is gonna pull out a new burner and just kind of set it on the bedside table. There's one number in there, and I just want you to text me if anything like that happens. You got some minutes on there, and give you a couple $100 to find a place to stay for a couple of nights. And that's all you have to do. Anything weird starts happening, something that the police won't come take a look at because you're saying it's just bugs, and
Kind of raises an eye at you through all this. What type of doctor did you say you were again, mister?
and that's not really a question you need to ask. Do you want the phone and the money?
Yeah. It's probably not going to mean some weird shit later on.
Nope.
Not the weirdest thing I've done for a place to crash, though, too. So, yeah, cool. Have gestures around. I obviously don't have the money to, pay for all this medical attention I'm getting. So, are you going to handle that, or do I got to kind of sneak out of here once the doctors say I'm good to go?
I'm sure you can handle sneaking out.
Yeah, it feels familiar. All right, cool. Yeah, if I kind of like puts the cell phone to her head, if I see anything buzzy, I'll give you a call.
Anything weird, hard to explain. And Florence will reach into her pocket and lay $500 on the bedside table.
Yeah, she's watching you very intently through all of this, like what the hell is going on, but she kind of slides a hand over and kind of cups it and brings it back to her. Yeah, sure. Anything weird, I'll give you a call.
And if anyone asks about what we talked about before or now, I was just a doctor trying to help you out.
I don't even know how I got here, so, and here's a hell of a lot nicer than where I was previously, so, we're good.
What's your name?
Abigail.
Hope you feel better, Abigail. And Florence will stand up and kind of place like a reassuring hand on her shoulder and leave.
Bye, Dr. X.
Yeah, she just keeps going.
All right, cool. Yeah, some time passes. You two wait outside the Healthy Paws Veterinary Clinic. Eventually, they close down for the day officially. You knock on the door. The doctor looks at you, is like, "Did you get hit by a car or something? Like, what the fuck happened to you two?" But yeah, he patches you up. You're stabilized. You're not kind of any critical medical damage. Does a pretty good job. You'll fully recover, kind of given a day or two. But yeah, not going to bleed out or suffer from internal injuries on this thing. You got relatively lucky, all things considered. Faustus, you're back at wherever you went to, just kind of reconciling with the day. It's time to call Pine. You're going to wait till tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna wait until everyone's here. We can make a decision.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that was a question for the entire group, not just
gotcha.
for you.
Well, I figured once we took care of what we needed to, we can just reconvene and then give her a call altogether.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, it's probably fine to call her.
Yeah, we'll say it's like 8, 9 o'clock at this point.
Yeah, let's be honest. I don't think Delta Green has business hours.
I mean, there's like a 55% chance she won't answer anyway. Yeah. So I mean,
okay.
Let's give her a ring.
All right, well, we need to meet up together first, right?
Yeah, I'll hand with that. You're all back at the hotel and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, give her a call.
Not a lot of risk involved in what you're up to right now. All right, yeah, so she will pick up. I'm not going to make you roll for luck on this one because we're closing out this mission. So yeah, she picks up. Agents, I'm expecting good news given that the call at this hour.
No one's dead.
Actually, a lot of people are dead. But yes, the problem's dealt with.
What was the nature of the problem exactly? Based on the tone, it sounds like we've escalated from bugs to something a little more problematic relatively quickly. And by the way, were you at all involved in the fire found at the homeless camp in the warehouse district?
What fire?
They may be connected.
Very good.
Bodies. This thing was using bodies to reproduce, and we fought a big mound of bodies that was held together by some viscous liquid. Super flammable. I also have samples for people to analyze and look into.
Very good. Sorry, go.
Actually, hey, John, are you still covered in that? Are you still covered in that, like, weird goop?
No, we got that all cleared off already when we even, like...
It's probably still on the gear you were wearing there, hypothetically. That stuff was not coming off anytime soon.
Okay, well then, I guess I'll say, I mean, there might be some left over on the gear. I certainly don't have it on me, per se, but you can probably scrape some off the gear. Florence, you want my gear?
Yeah, I can get some samples of some more samples off the gear as well.
Okay.
There's a place to drop those.
If I may interject, agents, if you just tag it in box and leave it at the hotel room, we can send someone by to pick it up. No need to go out of your way to drop this one off. I want you out of Chicago as fast as possible, given, well, the circumstance of it all. Anything else in the investigation worth talking about? Did you find an origin of any kind for the creature?
Yeah, we think the origin may have originated with... let me see if I can find it.
Cairo imports.
Yeah, Cairo
imports.
You can buy this on the internet, apparently.
Cairo Imports. That's not a name I've come across before in my researching into this. I'll have a team look into that. Explain the situation. Who bought this?
Some hateful housewife bought these bug seeds, something at the Cairo Imports. Decided to dump it down into the sewers.
Her name was Vicky O'Neill. We have her laptop as well as her wallet, I believe.
Yeah, phones, wallet, anything like that. I grabbed there, so we'll leave that here as well.
Here's some typing in the background. Ah, yes, Vicky O'Neill found murdered at the site of a burglary. I have hesitance. I kind of pause. Understood. This Miss O'Neill, obviously she's been neutralized given the circumstances, but do you think that she was aware of what she did? Based on kind of my quick searching here, it seems that, well, you were right in what you did, but she may have been a pawn of some kind.
She was fucking clueless about what she had done.
I think realistically, she obviously saw either someone pointed her this way or obviously sought these out. This isn't something you buy on Amazon.
She already contacted them once, and it was possible that they might contact her again, or she might try to contact them, so it had to be done.
Understood. No loose ends is better than some loose ends, agents. Excellent work. I can arrange for flights now to get you back home, or we can split that off to tomorrow morning if you want to spend one more night in Chicago. I hear there's some pizza they're famous for, if you can call it that.
I'd rather get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'd rather get home.
I suspected that was going to be the case.
I do recommend, though, maybe sending someone to sweep the rest of the sewers. It seems that it was a little more well connected. And I thank you for the maps.
You could schedule my flight for tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to just take a list of what I've used to help the people who are sick with this. She says, like, she air quotes, even though Pine can't see a Zika virus, to help people beat it if they're found.
Understood. As always, use discretion. We can't let the nature of the situation get out of hand. If you want to mention it was some type of insect bite, that's probably as far as we'll allow you to go with it, but I understand the need or interest, I suppose, in making sure the air is prepared if there's more of this out there. Do you feel as though you've successfully compromised the nest situation?
Yes.
Excellent.
That's what fire was for.
As I guessed, agents. Fire's often it's a fit-all solution in many instances. Well done. Congratulations on no one dying. If that's all, I will arrange your flights and we'll be in touch.
And I will wait for Miss Pine to hang up, as she always does, before I get a chance to hang up.
Oh, yeah. Line goes dead.
Of course, unless anyone else had anything, I didn't mean to
Nope.
shut the conversation off.
I think I'm good.
I just need to get out of here.
Well,
all right, cool. So the line goes dead. The phone call's done. If anyone's saying more kind of stuff they want to do in Chicago, we can play that out. But also, I'm more than happy to just kind of hand wave everyone's trips home because it's now time for home scenes. Hypothetically, I'm in your case, Florence. I'm more than happy to just kind of you do what you said you were going to do. That's well within the realm of a typical CDC work. At that point, you got your lab to take down, your hotel room kind of thing. That totally makes sense. You want to spend the extra time there, hypothetically.
Yeah. Also, at some point when Florence can catch Francis alone, she will tell him that she has a friendly, she says in quotes, who will let us know if there's any more bugs flying around.
Sure.
Excellent. That's what you're doing in the hospital.
Yeah.
Thought you were doing some plotting.
Got her burner phone with one number in it. If there's any more bugs flying around any of those homeless camps or anything else weird going on, she said she'd fix it.
Excellent. Good to hear. Also, before we all split up, to take our flights or do whatever else, I will sort of bring up the topic of your Foxtrot. Faustus, how did you? Are you guys gonna be all right?
I think I'll be in better shape than Faustus will be. It's kind of sad to say, but it's not the first time I've seen a bunch of bodies stacked up around like that. So,
moving though.
The movie's kind of a new one. So, yeah. Can't say I've had that before, but I guess Delta Green is new experiences. I guess so. Yeah.
Important thing to note is that sometimes you will freeze. It's just the nature of this. Sometimes there's just something you're not expecting around the corner, and it's not something to beat yourself up over. You just got to remember that the reason, you got to remember why we're doing it. Because if we're not doing it, then these things going to run rampant, and nobody else is going to fix it.
I just never expect to be helpless in the face of devil. That was It was like staring into the eyes of an actual demon. I'll get through it, but it'd take a minute. Take a minute by myself. Anyway, I'm gonna retire to my room. I'm gonna pack up my shit and get out of here.
Have a good trip home. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, for what it's worth. Good job.
See you guys around, I guess.
So F-Cell goes its separate ways. You kind of disperse as cells do at the end of an operation. You all go back to your homes. Who wants to go do their home scene first? And I guess as a reminder for everyone, so I guess I kind of run through home scene options. This is where you can kind of either maintain on the case, do some sleuthing, maybe do some investigation of the unnatural, or attempt to recover some sanity or fix your bonds. And whatever people want to do, I will remind you what the rules are for that, and we'll play through this. So who wants to go first?
Did we get any legendary sanity recovery for this?
Nah, it's just a monster.
Damn. Also, but before we cut into to home scenes, when we all get home, I assume we're immediately checking the news for the immediate aftermath.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want some aftermath?
Unless you want to do the home scenes first.
No, we can totally do some aftermath. Kind of bundle those two things together.
Just like the next day, nothing too deep.
All right, so whose bonds took damage as part of this, so I can kind of make my list of what aftermath has to happen. I think it's just Florence, correct?
Yeah.
Francis, you were a tad shaken through all this. Faustus, you were a tad shaken through all of this. Let's start with Francis, actually, I guess, for this. So you froze, you saw a flesh monster, you killed a maybe not innocent woman, but not as guilty as typically kind of Delta Green targets are. How you feeling after all this when you get home? Is your son with you at this point? What you do?
Yeah, when Francis gets home, he's reflecting on obviously they had to destroy the creature at the bottom of the homeless camp, but he wonders if if that woman really deserved to die, essentially. But I think he really concludes that maybe, thinking on Miss Pine said that maybe she was a pawn, or she was directed to this. Maybe he should have done, maybe he should have dug more deeper, or maybe he should have dug more deeper. Excuse me. And maybe determined if this woman really had any sort of role in it. It wasn't just some innocent bystander. Wrong time, wrong place kind of thing.
Yeah, I will also point out though too that she did set that thing loose. Maybe she knows what she was doing, but she is most likely the one responsible for that too. I'd probably say Francis is smart enough to figure that part of it out too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's thinking that she should she didn't have any. She's totally innocent.
Yeah.
But so yeah, when he gets home, he's gonna go straight to his favorite activity of drinking and smoking, of course.
So we're calling that a back to nature or a
Actually, I think he's gonna try investigating the. I meant more like a, as soon as he gets home. Yeah.
That's totally fine. He's kind of out on his porch, smoke cigarette. Maybe he's got two lit at once in one hand, so he can kind of just rapid fire them. Is he bothering with a glass at this point?
He's bothering with a glass, but I mean they're hefty pours.
The old half pint of whiskey approach to drinking.
Yeah. The triple shot, or whatever they call it.
I'll tell you when it's full. Moment. Got it. All right, cool. Anyone else kind of want to do their fallout, for lack of a better phrase? Or who wants to go next, I suppose? It's more accurate. We'll do home scenes after this, yeah.
Well, wait, fallout as in
I guess how has your character changed through all of this? If your character's a hard individual, I suspect kind of you were promised going into this by the former Agent Fiddlesticks that you were going to be faced with the ultimate set of operations ever. And I would argue that maybe this is reminding you, maybe you haven't fully kind of registered what it was yet, but this maybe kind of makes some memory in your past float to the surface. Like, you're not quite fully there yet, but like you're definitely remembering something at this level of weird. You may not have realized what level of weird you were dealing with at the time, but this is maybe not your first time encountering something like this. But at the same time, though, too, like, you're used to CIA work. You're a field operative. Like, you do bad things for the CIA. This is different. This is a lot more personal. This is on U.S. soil, and you're also learning for the first time that undeniably monsters are real.
Yeah, I was just going to get into that. I was going to actually say that I guess one of the things I want to do for my thing is actually start, like, kind of picking up a book here and there that kind of goes a little bit into the occult to maybe start to kind of get an idea of what I'm getting myself into, even if it's just hypothetical, at least to have a way to kind of guess and I'm not going in completely blind.
All right, cool. And we'll deal with that more in kind of a more direct way in your home scene. But yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, your first instinct is to fall back on kind of, okay, I need research, the eye in your CIA training, if you will.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Go into like Barnes and Noble or something, and it's like, I need the weird section of all, like, I need the witchcraft section or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of go look for like the occult section, not necessarily the like witchcraft section, but I'll just kind of go for like a general occult section.
Sure.
As far as books go, but I also want to see if there's anything in, I guess this is more inside the CIA, if there's anything like where they ever had any weird records of stuff going on like this, like from past missions or something like that. Is that something I would have access to?
No. But I will say that no is potentially weird, and we will deal with that in your home scene if you want.
Okay.
All right, cool. So yeah, you're kind of digging into this. You're going into research mode, if you will. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Faustus, Florence, who wants to go next?
Faustus is almost kind of going to go on the same kind of thought process. He's definitely going to start rationalizing kind of trying to attempt to rationalize that entire encounter, and almost basically convinces himself that like he really did just come face to face with a legitimate demon.
Sure. Well, I guess I'd also kind of pause this one, the same way that Foxtrot's realizing that maybe something in his complicated past. Faustus is also probably maybe doesn't know what it is just yet, but there's definitely some operation in his past at some point that I'm not going to say maybe qualifies him for this work, but now that he has kind of an actual picture of what was going on, there's something back there that maybe wasn't as straightforward as he thought it was at the time. Like maybe this is not his first brush with the unnatural, actually. This is his first time he knew it.
And he will make a phone call to one of his colleagues at the church, specifically the church annexes and the church archives, and to ask, like, hey, would it be possible if you could prepare a collection on demonology? And has a conversation with whoever. He's just kind of like getting ready to dive into that.
All right, cool. You're setting yourself to do some major research at that point, too, possibly at the cost of your congregation. All right, cool. Florence.
Yeah.
How has this changed Florence? You did a good thing, actually. You saved someone's life, arguably. At the same time, you were in a room with probably more dead bodies than you've ever been in a room with before, so... And this is definitely kind of some peak Delta Green weirdness, if you will.
Honestly, I think how she really kind of deals with this is when she gets home, she sits down, cracks open some boring textbook that she's studying through right now.
Sure.
But she actually can't stop thinking about the room of dead bodies and the mound of dead bodies that had come after them. So it's not even them being dead that kind of gets to her. It's more that somebody else set this whole series of events into motion, and that upsets her. And she starts to think about when she was a kid and her parents and how that was a complicated relationship, and how her limp is not really her fault, and she might even blame her parents for it. And she's wondering why she still talks to her mother sometimes.
Yeah.
And the next time that they're supposed to go out and have a drink or have a family dinner or something, Florence just skips it without any notice.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right, so it's time for home scenes. And as I said before, this is kind of your chance to improve your agent, recover some sanity, try and establish a new bond or something like that. What are people thinking about doing? Yeah, your full options are fulfill a responsibility, which will help you repair a bond. You can go back to nature, which is kind of just getting out of there and will help you recover some sanity. You can establish a new bond. You can go to therapy, or you can kind of improve a skill or a stat, or you can go down a personal motivation hole, or you can kind of get some special training, or you can stay on the Delta Green case.
Francis is 200% staying on the case.
All right.
You know, after he finishes his big drink, yeah, you know, he goes, he turns on the TV, or Googles the sort of the aftermath, see what's going on,
Yeah.
and also wants to more deeply look into the is it Cairo
importing.
shipping, Cairo importing.
Yeah.
Write that down. Only I could read my awful handwriting.
Yeah. All right, let's play that out. So, I want to see is you're a criminology or you're a cult hire?
Let's see. My criminology is 56. My cult is 32.
All right, so criminology it is.
Want me to roll it?
Let's,
Did you want me to roll
let's
criminology?
roll it. I'm having you roll it instead of me. I typically roll for you.
Oh, dang, fail.
Yeah, so you don't find anything, but you do subtract 1 from one of your bonds.
I'm hurting my relationship with my son.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
The good news, though, is you do kind of, so looking through this, you do kind of come to terms with the events a little bit. So give me a 1d6 minus 3.
2.
All right. So you recover 2 sanity from this, yeah. So you feel confident that you got away with it kind of thing. Like, based on the news reports, it's just another homeless fire camp, no mention of weird eldritch monster bodies, no mention of the flies, no mention of weird diseases or anything. It's just, isn't it tragic that there's another fire at this homeless camp? We should do more to help these people, more at 11 kind of thing. Yeah, no. But your son did take a hit from this. Maybe you're kind of like, so how's this manifesting? You kind of like over obsessed with this and the cost of neglecting your son some. You don't really get your son though, too. So this is probably just kind of par for the course with that whole relationship at this point, right?
Yeah, I think the best way to manifest is, maybe I'm like researching this on the computer, and Kevin, when he'll come up to me and he'll ask me for help. Either he'll try to bond, he'll try to bridge the gap, and I just outright I shut him down immediately.
Yeah,
like I might not even look up from the computer when I shut.
So let's play that out some. So you're kind of researching all of this, and Kevin comes up to you. Does Kevin call you Dad, or does Kevin call you by your first name?
It's definitely a dad, but that could definitely change.
Sure.
It's like a reluctant like.
All right, Dad. Hey, you travel a bunch for work, right?
So Francis is still staring at the computer.
I have some geography homework that I just need to make a list of all the places my parents have been and get some information about that. Dad, you travel for work, right? Like, it's all over the place, right? Like, the marshals send you all over the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everywhere. Yeah. I think there's some of my cases in the other room. If you want to look through those.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can go flip through that, I guess. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have fun.
Kid wanders off, and you kind of hear papers rustling. It's at this point you realize you probably shouldn't let a teenager rifle through Marshall files, and you're like, oh shit.
I'll get up and I'll be like, whoa, sorry, I'm sorry, Kevin, you can't look at these. This is private. It's probably been at least 5 or 6 minutes since I've said something or said
Yeah.
I've looked at these.
You may have seen some stuff too. Like the marshals aren't kind of gory details, but their case files are often complicated and a little bit disturbing. They handle lots of human trafficking and stuff like that, and maybe not stuff a teenager wants to see hypothetically. So yeah,
So I'll grab up all the files and be like, just ask your mother.
okay, thanks. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
All right. So what are you doing, Agent Faustus?
So I'm going to be kind of hitting the books, and the congregation is probably going to take a small hit from that because instead of...
Well, so are you studying the unnatural truly, or are you studying the occult? Because there is a slight difference.
I guess it's going to be like trying to use the resources of the church to be studying the unnatural. Like if there's a specific, because within like the church itself, it's all these specific rituals and everything else like that.
Let's let luck decide this one for us. Let's
Okay.
give a luck. I'll give you a 75% as success in this case, kind of thing. Let's roll that luck. See if what you got is actually real or just kind of hearsay and occultism.
75 on the dot.
Yeah, so maybe it's relevant, maybe it's not. Like a lot of the stuff you got is through the lens of the Catholic Church. Maybe more study, some of this stuff might be real. But so this is going to take a point away from your bond. So you're kind of neglecting your kind of congregation as a result of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need you to roll the occult to see if you improve it.
67 failure out of 30% occult.
Awesome. So you get to add 1d10 to that.
Oh,
What do you mean? Oh.
You get to roll a 1d10, whatever that is, you get to add that to your score in occult. You want to fail these.
oh, okay.
Okay. God damn it. So I add 1 to my occult. Lame.
Yeah, so you get to add 1 to that.
Okay. Lame.
No, you get to add a 1 to that 1.
A 1 to that 1? So
Yes,
like
you got 2.
okay, cool. So my cult is now 32%.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I can go next.
All right, so what are you up to? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I have to rewind some. Let's go back to Faustus actually for a sec. All right, so Faustus, let's play out the scene. You've been waist deep in kind of crazy occult rituals of the church. How is that bleeding over and impacting your relationship with the congregation? Does someone come to like ask you questions and you blow them off? Like, is your sermon kind of extra demony that week or something? How's this one popping up?
Yeah, so funnily enough, Faustus has his PhD in New Testament letters and apocryphal texts.
Sure.
So this is kind of up his alley, but his sermons are becoming a little bit more heavily on academia and not nonsensical, but a little bit more disturbing and whatnot. Like his experience, it's kind of talking about just like the personal demons and like demons in general, and like kind of almost like manifesting and stuff. And like he's starting to kind of sound like a whack job, but his it might
there's a fervor to it because you've seen an actual demon by all measures. Like you've fought an actual demon by all measures. Like this metaphorical bullshit you've been peddling all this time, it's bullshit. Demons are real, and you can't tell these people. But you know they're real. You killed one. And you were powerless to do nothing as you stood by and watched it hurt your kind of teammates. All right, so Foxtrot next.
Sure.
So what is Foxtrot going to be doing?
So, what are the options again?
Your options are fulfill responsibilities, back to nature, establish a new bond, go to therapy, improve a skill or stat, personal motivations, special training, stay on the case, or study the unnatural.
I guess, I feel like I want to study the unnatural now because I want to see if I can find, like, I guess just to kind of get myself more prepared for future assignments, I guess.
Sure.
But it's like I'm going broad because I don't really know specifics, and so I'm literally going at it in a broad angle.
Let's go with occult for now then, because you didn't really recover any items you could use to study the unnatural. Maybe if you'd like taken the tea or something from the green box that might have had more information attached to it that you could have studied to be more useful. But you don't really, the unnatural's out there, but you don't really have a way of studying it at your fingertips right now.
Okay.
So go for occult. Let's see that occult roll.
All right. And of course, failure. Out of 20, I got 64.
Let's see that 1d10.
8.
Apparently, Agent Foxtrot is a quick study, so you increase your occult by 8.
Damn.
Yeah. Last but not least, Florence.
Yes. Hello.
What are you getting up to?
I'm thinking about fulfilling responsibilities and being boring, but I'm also thinking about studying that book of munitions for all cases. So what would that be?
All right, so that would be that'll actually be an unnatural thing, technically. This book is legit. Whoever this Bobby Singer is legit.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right, so we're gonna hit your bond for 1d4. Which bond we going after?
I think it's probably gonna be the girlfriend.
All right.
Yeah.
See that 1d4? All right, so it's a full 4 points of bond damage. Oof.
Yeah.
You're gonna gain 2 unnatural for this, though. We're gonna play this out in 2 parts. So, whoever this Bobby Singer was, he knew what he was talking about, and there's a lot in this book that doesn't necessarily make sense to you because you're not a gun expert necessarily, but you do kind of see several references to a universal practical munition, and the book refers to them as elder shot, and it details a ritual in which you could kind of imbue bullets with something it refers to as the elder sign, making them more effective against the forces of the unnatural. There's some kind of vague references that the ritual is kind of dangerous and does have a bit of a personal toll on them, and using them in the field can also be dangerous because it drains something from you. But the ritual is simple enough that you feel like you could probably put this on almost any type of munition you had, as long as you had kind of proper time and materials available to you. You don't even have to make the bullets necessarily. It's more kind of a scribing process on the outside of the bullets.
So I know how to make the elder sign on bullets.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, fuck. All right. Perfect.
She may not know what the elder sign is, but there's kind of these, it references these kind of magic bullets you can make that use the elder sign. It doesn't give context of what the elder sign is, but definitely is like, yeah, put this on bullets, do these things, and hey, they become really effective in some weird ways.
Yeah, she like mumbles to herself. What a fucking whack job.
Yeah. Oh, this is like borderline crazy talk, but
yeah. But for some reason she keeps reading.
Yeah. This is going to come at the cost of 3 unnatural, though, too, as you go up in that.
I go up 3 in unnatural, you said? All right.
You're learning some stuff. Like this Bobby Singer, he's a bit crazy, but also this seems legit in the worst way possible. But so, how does this manifest with your girlfriend?
So, Florence has this very bad habit of when she gets into, like, studying and working or a project that has to do with her career or something, where she kind of just, shuts down to other people and will spend like days and nights studying and researching and just blow off everybody. And I think that's probably similar to what's going on. Florence probably blows up on her girlfriend a couple of times too.
How deep does this go? Like, would Florence hypothetically research this to the point of exhaustion, hypothetically?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right,
she's
cool.
She's done that plenty of times.
Yeah, so Elizabeth, your girlfriend, kind of comes home one day and finds you passed out kind of face first in this weird psycho's book of field munitions. Why the hell are you reading this? And she kind of grabs you by the shoulder. Alex, you did it again. Wake up.
What?
What the hell is wrong with you?
What?
When's the last time you ate?
I don't know. What time is it?
When's the last time you slept? I mean, like in a bed, not face first. And the hell is this? You're reading gun manuals now?
Yeah, some project studying people's psyche as they're losing their fucking minds. I don't know.
Do you get how many fires I put out from whack jobs trying to make special bullets in their basements? It's a problem. Like, why do you even have this?
Look, you know me, I don't like fucking guns. Why would you think that I'm trying to make ammunition? I just told you. I'm researching the psyche of people as they break down.
She points to the page. It's just a kind of chemical breakdown of specialized gunpowders. And what the hell does this have to do with psyche? This is real field manuals for this shit.
Preliminary research? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You fly out of town, you come back with this, you work yourself into this. You don't eat, you don't sleep. You're lucky I've been on shift lately because, well, we've talked about this. This is shitty the way you treat this whole situation, but kind of storms out of the room, kind of slams the door loudly.
Yeah, Florence just shakes her head and goes back to where she was in the book and just starts writing down more notes.